Indrid here, 3v3 Fall of Hyades. Blue team. Peacemaker is a Commissar Lord, offensive and support commander, fights melee. Has a shield to start off. Alongside our two Plague Champions, this is Patbadger and we have myself. These are ranged commanders to start off, can get melee weapons, good damage potential and utility, can build turrets and repair. Red team, Sam 918 plays a Hive Tyrant, big stompy melee commander, walks through cover, cannot be suppressed, very tanky, emits a basic synapse, good offense and support. Sneakus Peekus alongside is a Ravener Alpha tunneling commander, has great mobility, also good offense in melee combat with Plague Champion there. And rounding out red team, made in England, is a Warlock, offensive and melee commander, good mobility with fleet, can tank and disrupt really well. This is elite mod if you haven't noticed. One of the maps of war maps, one of the best 3v3 maps in the whole pack I think. It's kind of like an overgrown Argus Desert Gate. It's really good. It's very big though, as most of them are. Some buildable top cover going up here from Peacemaker. Some Nurgle worship too. This is Patbadger's Plague Champion now in melee combat with Ormagaunts and the Hive Tyrant. He's going to lose models soon. There's a full retreat. Waited a bit too long I think, but he does get away okay. Lost a CSM model, lost 4 heretics, but these guys always bleed, and a really nice stomp from Peacemaker. Can now back off his Sentinel. Peacemaker with triple guardsman and a Sentinel with the ground pound upgrade, which you must purchase in elite. I think it's 50-15 I think. I've managed to take the eastern contested victory point. Gonna put my heretics in there and doom blast them. I know they're gonna lose models like crazy. Should not have doom blasted, they were already in retreat, but there you go. I can now decap this VP, my Plague Champion, forced back. CSM for both of us. I'm going into some Noise Marines, made in England, double Dire Avengers into Howling Banshees. Did I just call them Guardians before? I think I did. They are Dire Avengers in the mod. And red team decapping our natural. Do the Ormagaunts get away? They do not, so that's a squad wipe from Sneakus Peekus, and that is important up against Tyranids. You need to wipe squads. Just bleeding them usually doesn't do the trick unless it's very heavy bleeding. Hive Tyrant now retreats. That's going to be a very long way back for him. He's going to smash right through this wall. There we go. Took out a huge chunk of it. 481, 486. It's a 1-to-1 cap. Ravener Alpha puts a tunnel here. Banshees get out, so I run the hell away and thankfully do not lose a model. Very sneaky play from England. Now how you see he gets behind this wall to use line of sight. He knows it's going to be awkward for me to get my Noise Marines in beside them and attack. 2 central resource points are red. As you can see in the mod, Noise Marines only get 1 noise cannon, which really does hurt them I think. It's much more difficult to shut down a ranged blob of them with only 1 noise cannon. They do get a couple of bolters, but I think it's quite a big nerf to them in terms of utility. I assume that the single noise cannon has more damage than the 3 noise cannons did, but there's a huge carnage going on in the middle. Howling Banshees in there, some Raptors from Patbadger. I believe this was the first time Patbadger played Chaos in the mod. And Howling Banshees have gone to white. Very nice job from blue team there in the center. Look at all this buildable cover going up from Peacemaker. Really nice usage. It goes up really nice and quick in the mod. There's a flare from Peacemaker's Commissar Lord. Really nice global that he has, reducing the range of units. I'm not sure why a flare would reduce range. Seems like it should increase range damage on the target of the flare, but there you go. I am trying to harass generators. In fact, I've taken them down, trying to get close to the shuriken, force it off, but here come warriors from Sneakus Peekus. Save my CSM. Sorry, Noise Marines with a Doom Blast, and heretics get away with just the aspiring champion. I have the Bile Spear on my Plague Champion, quite liking this thing recently. With Mucus Discharge, perhaps I should have got the light grenades. 481, 461. It's a 2-to-1 cap for blue. Red have the map control though. I would say they have these 2 central points, though we do have this western edge power. Guardian weapon team back at base for England. These guys can upgrade to Bright Lancers in tier 2 now. And a heavy weapon team from Peacemaker, sorry, I'm not sure where they are in the building somewhere. Are there any garrisons in the center? I don't think there are. Sentinel backing off. Camping at their natural VP at the moment, my teammates. Some Nurgle worship to heal up his raptors. I'm pushing power again with this Bile Spear, which does crazy damage. I need to be very, very wary of these 3 die Avengers though, because my Plague Champion is very, very low health. And I use Mucus Discharge again. Here comes some Termagant, so I back off. 481, 426, a 2-to-1 for blue team. Sam goes tier 2, as does Peacemaker and Patbadger. Or haven't I gone yet, because I don't have the power. Plague Champion taking tons of damage and taken out in retreat by Hormagaunts. Coming up these steps. Happens to me a lot in this game. Sneakus Peekus chasing with his warriors, some Nurgle worship to aid these retreating CSM. Do I lose a model? I don't. Some cacophony for good measure, but I'm forced to full retreat here. Up against Sneakus Peekus and Sam. These guys should be pushing mid here, but they are not. I should have told them to, I suppose. Let me get a power hit, and I think this wreck point decapped even. Look at all these tunnels around here for Sneakus Peekus. All of these allies can use them, not just Tyranids. Rangers on the field for Made in England. 481395. And my allies come and defend the east side now. Raptors do not use their jump. Not quite as tough as Assault Marines. There we go, there they use it. But they do really nice AoE suppression when they land. 481395. Some heretics with grenade launchers for Patbadger. This is Wordbearer's DLC, by the way. Guardsmen in melee with Hive Tyrant and a Raven Alpha, not where they want to be. They have their Commissar and Sergeant up to 12 models. Here comes Patbadger now with some Nurgle worship. CSM lose a model. Plague Champion still in there, has no war gear. Trying to take out the Raven Alpha, but they can't. Now it's just the Hive Tyrant against all of this stuff. Toughest commander in the game to start off. He's level 2 now and is getting the bonded exoskeleton, give him the 300 more health and invulnerability. My teammates not pushing mid at all here. A mistake. Heavy weapon team guarding power though. Nicely done from Peacemaker. These guys have remembered their las guns in the mod, which is nice. Oops, something's dropping. Rippers, I imagine. No, warriors being dropped by Sam. Global ability of the Hive Tyrant, and those heavy weapon team members need to get the hell out of there. Merciless Switchblade on the Warlock, taking tons of damage, getting a bit too close to base here, and it's going to go down. England not paying attention, and me and Patbadger are hitting power big time. Doesn't really need 2 of us to do this, but there you go. Patbadger's Plague Champion has the Plague Fist, really nice Power Fist heavy melee weapon. Not as much DPS as the other Power Fists, but has the fantastic Pestilent Strike ability. Blue team behind in VPs, but ahead in tech and resources. I would say they've had these 2 central points for most of the game and now have this western side. Dark Reapers hit the field for England. Really nice long range fire support for Eldar. Really, really dangerous missile barrage ability as well. Nasty, nasty thing that is. And we completely cap, or decap this power rather. Warlock still down here. Chimera on the field for Peacemaker. Guardian weapon team cannot do much. Rangers can't do much, and these Eldar should be forced to back off by the Chimera. East side being taken now by Sneakus Peekus, who has a zone throat, has double zone throats even. Sam has a zone throat even as well. Plague Champion going after them, has dropped a Noxious Cloud as well, or was that me? I'm not sure. It might have been me because I have no red now. My CSM in retreat. Nice Marines trying to decap before they're forced off. Crushing Claw Hive Tyrant comes after them. This thing is 200 rec 50 power now. And I slow these guys down with Billish Discharge. Really nice ability from the Bile Spear. In go my Heretics. Doom Blast trying to take out a Warrior Brood model. I don't think I'm able to, which really annoyed me. Bile Spear also debuffs speed and damage, as you can see from the tooltip there. 15%, really nice weapon. Use a Mucus Discharge and try and retreat. Do I get away? I think I do. Quite lucky, one more hit would have gone down. Heretics chase off all of this stuff. Patbadger is still here and decapping, as is Peacemaker's Chimera. Has some infantry as well. Patbadger caps, and we have a 2-to-1. Flare going down on all this stuff. Zoanthrope is there. Up goes a Brood Nest. Day Champion going in. Brood Nest now regenerates health in the mod, but it is 100 red. Hive Tyrant coming in, going after the Chimera. I would say yes, 108 even, sorry, DPS on his Crushing Claw. Crazy damage. 469, 326. Some more Hormagaunts on the field for Sam. I have a Dreadnought with its default autocannon. AoE damage, good versus all targets. Here are the Dark Creepers. Look at the damage they're putting out against those CSM. Ouch. Patbadger loses to the Hive Tyrant. And now my CSM need to get their hell back. Have their Aspiring Champion and Eternal War. Prices adjusted in the mod. Eternal War is now 65.15 I believe in the mod, compared to 75.20. But the Aspiring Champion costs more, 80.25. Zoanthrope, triple Zoanthrope from Sam. This is from Sneakus Peekus, sorry. This is dangerous. Look at the damage and losses to those guardsmen, good grief. And that was only 2 of them shooting. You can do some really nasty synergy as well with the Raven Alpha. You can use Catalyst on your Zoanthrope with the shield up, and it won't lose health, just its shield, and it will do crazy damage. Doubles damage Catalyst, and it's only 50 red as well. Floyd loves to use it, I know. See if we can spot Catalyst on any of this stuff. No. Ouch. Heavy Weapon Team took huge losses and is backed off. My Dreadnought now up against Hormagaunts. Back him off because I don't know what is coming in behind. Raptors jumping in from Patbadger, and a big shot from my Blastmaster Nice Marines. Artillery unit wiping those Hormagaunts. Need to try and take out this Zoanthrope, which is getting shots in from range. Now it's Adrenal Gland Warrior Brood with their melee heavy damage going after my Dreadnought. Friendly Fire wipes out most of my Heretics, so I need to retreat, but my Dreadnought does live here. Look at this, all over our natural red team. 449-296. Patbadger's lost most of his army. Did not even know that happened. He's gone tier 3. Bright Lance now taking out the Chimera. Ouch. Patbadger has tons of wreck. Has Armor of Pestilence. Slightly different in the mod. No longer explodes when he dies, but does give you an ability which charges with damage, which knocks back units. These triple Zoanthropes are really deadly. It's so difficult to deal with that. We should have got Bloodletters. I didn't even know he had triple Zoanthropes. I was so focused on the east side. I have some Plague Marines, which are back to their very slow self in the Elite mod. Their damage over time bolters though got a damage increase. And I think I lose my Dreadnought here, do I? I'm not sure. No, I don't. I save him with Mark of Zinch, CSM. And he runs away, and I can try and repair my Dreadnought now. Mark of Zinch, CSM now get these cool models. New helmets. Mark of Khorne also get new helmets. Look at the map control for red team. 416, 296. Raptors jump back to cap. And Chaos Terminators hit the field for Patbadger. Did not even realise he got these guys. Not as much health as the Space Marine Terminators, and they also do not inspire. General opinion, I think, is that they are slightly underpowered. Go down a bit too easily for a unit that cannot retreat and has very poor mobility outside of their teleport, which you just saw there. Patbadger trying to rebuild now with some CSM. Here's a Manticore strike from Peacemaker, lovely done. Boom! Smashes up a bunch of Tyranids, but did not take down a model, and there's a brood nest here, so all of that stuff can reinforce. And look at the pressure on our natural. I'm trying to push power again, trying to keep red team from getting super units out. My dreadnought is now repaired. Blastmaster coming back up to plant itself behind cover. Bright Lance setting up. Bad news for the dreadnought, so I charge it straight away, but look at all of this stuff coming in. Where are the triple zones? Here come the triple zones, and I think this is where I lose my Chaos Dreadnought, I'm not sure. Triple zones getting their focus warp blast in, trying to come back and repair it now, use Mikus discharge. There is an awesome Manticore strike, and I put down a Noxious Cloud as well, which owned a bunch of Tyranids, I think even took out a squad. And I think, erroneously, that I can stand here and tank the Zoanthrope's damage, but my Plague Champion gets taken out here, and here comes the Hive Tyrant, which chops up and crushes my Dreadnought. Down goes my Plague Champion. Poor play from me. Should have really backed off, but I knew the Dreadnought wouldn't be able to get away with 4 Zoanthropes here, or 3 is it? 3. Sam's is in retreat. 344. 296, down goes my Chaos Dreadnought, balls indeed. Red team setting up some energy shields on the east side. Plague Marines coming in, really nice big Blastmaster hit there. But look at the map control still for red, 344, 296, very surprising that they haven't got a huge VP lead by now. Peacemaker doing very well, has somehow preserved all 3 of his Guardsman squads, unless he has got a replacement, I'm not sure. Stormtroopers on the field with assault kit, losing a model and not reinforcing it though. Here comes Patbadger. Bang, with the Plague Fist, could not take out a Warrior Brood member. These guys now level 2. Hive Tyrant level 4. Sneakus Peekus level 3 has damaged synapse, and the Corrosive Devourer has a really nasty ranged Zoanthrope blob as well. England is level 2 and still down at our base from that 2nd or 3rd engagement in the game. Chaos Terminators with the autocannon, which is an awesome upgrade for them. Very expensive, 180, but really nice damage to all targets. Small AoE. Autocannons I think got a slight buff in the mod. I'm not sure if I'm imagining it, but that's how it seems from playing it. These guys should be moving, very idle Chaos Forces. Bright Lance in melee with my Heretics and runs away. These Heretics did really well for me, level 2 now. I gotta finally take down that last generator. Here's a Fire Prism from England. Patbadger preserving his Terminators deep in enemy territory right now. 344, 259, is that Manticore strike? It is. Just completely unable to deal with these Zoanthropes, weren't we? Really should have got Bloodletters. Patbadger has tons of wreck. I have tons of wreck as well. I'm going for a super unit right now. 344, 248. Lehman Russ on the field for Peacemaker has the Executioner Cannon, which is this awesome rapid firing plasma cannon. Good damage versus all targets. AoE as well. 344, 240. A 2-to-1 cap for us. I've managed to hold on to the east side through all of this, so we still have the VP lead. Manticore strike from Peacemaker, Storm Eagle as it's called. No, that was a flare, sorry. Manticore is sitting there, and a Swarm Lord on the field for Sam, going after the Lehman Russ, as is the Hive Tyrant, kind of getting in each other's way here. I think that thing's a goner though. Heavy weapon team forcing off those warriors. Can they finish this thing off or what? Swarm Lord is a fantastic super unit, great in melee. Vehicle armor also grants a speed and reinforcement synapse and They take out my freaking CSM in retreat. How unlucky was that they would be standing there at that point? I don't even realise they're attacking my heretics at this point. I'm trying to take out this fire prism, but Dark Creepers are nasty against my plague marines. I retreat my heretics when I realise how low they are, and they go down, and I need to run away. But the Swarmlord, of course, is in retreat path, as is the Hive Tyrant. I think they take out my plague marines here. Yes, big loss, and I lose most of my army. Blastmaster Noise Marines, all that remain. Peacemaker, the only player on the blue team interested in preserving some units, it seems. Patbadger has tons of wreck, got nothing to spend it on, doesn't have the power to get anything nasty. I, on the other hand, have a Chaos Land Raider on the field, has none of the support abilities of the Space Marine Land Raider. Getting a bit confused here, the pathing is a bit weird on this thing. It can still transport though, has a twin link heavy bolter on the front, not a twin linked assault cannon like the Space Marine one, but it does have these very nasty twin link las cannons on the side sponsons. Nasty long range fire support against large targets and vehicles. 286, 228, so 2-1 for red. And it's pretty much game over here. Look at the armies, double fire prisms for England, Carnifex for Sneakus Peekus. He has tons of resources. Barb Strangler on his Carnifex, really great weapon. What level are these Zoanthropes now? They're all level 2. Gene Stealers on the field for Sam, and they have their Rending Claws. 270, 228. Trying a formation here, expecting these guys to fall back, but they did not. Ouch, look at the Zoanthropes go in on those guardsmen, and they are melted. Not sure what Peacemaker's up to here. Here is my Chaos Land Raider going after this fire prison. Look at the damage that one volley did, unbelievable. But I couldn't finish the thing off. It was so lucky. One more hit from that las cannon, the other one decided to fire at something else, and I couldn't get one more hit. Run into a bunch of Tyranids, and I actually lose my Land Raider here. Could not get it out. Absolute insane melee damage from those Rending Claws, Gene Stealers, Adrenal Gland Warriors, and Swarmlord, and down it goes. And this is Patbadger's Noxious Cloud, I believe. So I'm back to my Noise Marines and my Plague Champion, who was level 3. Chaos Predator on the way, Baneblade on the way for Peacemaker. 234, 228. Manzigot Strike on these Gene Stealers. Perhaps, no, just in amongst the brood. Huge losses. Excellently done for Peacemaker. Perhaps he should have got 2 of those things, because that thing has done really well. Level is it? It's only level 2, very near level 3. Patbadger now going after pesky Eldar Fire Dragons, I think those are, yes. Takes them down. Sort of Dark Creepers missile barrage there. Melter Guns on the Chaos Raptors, a tier 3 upgrade for them. Jump unit with the Melter Guns, that's right baby. They get absolutely owned in the face here though. Does he lose them? Gene Stealer's chasing him, but can't quite get around that rock in time. Trying a formation on my staff, lovely, thank you very much. Noise Marines run away, I think my tank just escapes. Yes. Peacemaker now only has his Manticore, which is level 3, almost level 4, and kicking some serious ass. Baneblade hits the field though. Triple cap for red, 171, 228, and look at the map. Repairs says made in England, talking about this fire prism. Tyranids cannot repair though, 153, 228. Sam has this really nasty melee blob, Gene Stealers and everything else reinforcing off of this Swarmlord. What is my tank doing? Why is the turret or gun or whatever facing backwards? Finally turns around, gets about 2 shots off and needs to back away again. 116, 228. Warlock going after it, and a Tyrant formation in the retreat path. How many is that? 3 or 4 Tyrant formations. 96, 228. I'm trying to rebuild with some CSM, but it's pretty much all over and has been for a while. Swarmlord takes down my tank. 83-228. Dire Avengers repairing that fire prism. Now the Manticore is going to go down. The only unit that did anything decent. And down it goes. And there is the concede from blue team. It was close for a while, but we pretty much fell apart at the end there. I managed to hold the east side for quite long, but red team had these points for way too long. And we didn't push enough in the middle. Hope you enjoyed the map. Wanted to show you the new map, guys. Tell me what you think of it. Hope you enjoyed the game, and I'll see you next time.